stable. Oh yeah, no label. Oh yeah, you know me. I have only a path. I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to win. Yeah.
That's great. And I'll start from the beginning. Let's talk about the marketing side first. Like from the, because I think everything goes in phases. And the saying that I love so much is every level has its devil, you know, and it's like, we think, oh, once we hit that certain level, once we're making this much, there goes all those problems, you know, no more problems anymore. Like, no, you just have a different type of problem. So the ones at the beginning, and if anyone watching us right now is at that beginning stage and you're experiencing this, and I'm excited because you're not the only one. And for me, the biggest thing was the belief, you know what I mean? Like really understanding, like how hard is it to, Chris, the first time you heard about it and the first time you seen people online that were successful, they were making money, and you're like, you really got to look at yourself in the mirror and go like, I can do it. You know, like actually, I can do it. Like, and I was young, right? I was like 19, 18 when I maybe first seen this stuff. I'm like, and even when I first seen Cam doing it, I was younger than that. I was like, yeah, dude, you got this. I seen it in him. I could see how he could do it. I didn't really fully understand how someone like me could do it. Someone who, you know, didn't crush high school, definitely didn't go to university, didn't go to college. Like, where's there room for me in an industry like this to generate income? So I think the first issue, like not issue, the first challenge was definitely belief. It was conquered very easily though. And that was through reading, and that was through consistent routine, right? Every single day. One of the most amazing things Cam taught me was, first of all, the books. And first book I read was Think and Grow Rich. My next favorite one after that was Happy Pocket Full of Money and How to Win Friends and Influence People. 3 amazing books. Reading those and sticking to it every day. Remember, there's a lag period when you're like in your mind, you're like, okay, I'm going to do this. It's going to take a bit of time before you truly become that person, even though you've already chosen, you are that person now. Reality is going to take a little bit to catch up, and give it time. And every day I read, every morning I'd watch my visualization board, and I'd put on certain songs that I love to listen to. And I'd watch the same images every morning of like things that I wanted to do. Everything from like sampling wine in this mansion with like a party. And I would always imagine like, that's the party I was having, dude. We're all sampling wine. Look at it. And it was like to like cool extreme sports. And like, it was everything you could imagine or that you want. And I would just go through and watch every morning. And then I would write a whole page of who I am in present form. And it started off by saying like, I am a $10,000 per month earner. But as I kept going, even before I was making 10,000, I became 100,000. I was like, I am $100,000 per month earner. And I'd write it, and it would be a full page of who I am. I'm happy, healthy, and very wealthy, and all in present form. And I'd go and every morning with all that. And it's impossible now at this point not to believe in yourself, because you are that, and you put that in enough. It's like, I don't want to. There's a better way to say it. Maybe you have it, Chris, but it's like fake it till you make it. But I don't like the fake it part, because you're being it every day, and you're being it until you become it. I don't know. You know, is that right?
That's probably the best way I've ever heard it put, right? So fake it till you make it. You don't fake it, right? It's actually a sense of being. You believe it. So believe it, and then you achieve it. It's kind of, or I like the way you put it too. It's just, be it inevitable.
That's Dakota's version. Be it till you become it. I don't know. Someone's probably said that at some point. Maybe that's why I heard it. But so that was challenge number 1, I think, was believing yourself. And I hope some of you on this might relate to that, and you're going through that. And just keep reading and you know, and keep going through your routine and put in that time, because eventually, you know, reality does catch up with who you are internally. No matter what, it's impossible it doesn't, and that happens. I would say the second thing now, when you start to experience any kind of success, the next challenge is remembering what got you there, right? That whole routine, everything, and all that stuff, that fully got thrown out the window. Like once I was making enough money, I'm like, oh, perfect, dude. Like, right on, this is good. Like, got this locked in, like threw all that away, realizing like everything that I was imagining and visualizing, like it was all coming true, and like, oh, perfect. And I don't know what it was. It was, I think, a complacent kind of mentality, or like, oh, I've made it, cruising. This is so comfortable, I could do this forever. You know, kind of mentality. So I think the second challenge is in the sense of becoming complacent when you start to experience your success over a certain period of time. And it could be, oh, wow, 5 months of a certain amount of income. You're making 5 figures for 5 months straight, or whatever it is. That might be enough for you to go, it's going to happen forever. Like, I'm cool, or whatever it may be. I think that's a second one. And strangely enough, the best way to get over that sometimes is like you got to learn the hard way, right? And you realize you got to go back down again to realize, like, you know, it turns out you have to to be consistent with your mentality and what you're reading and what you're doing. So I've had those kind of ebbs and flows a few times since I started. And I'm 26 now, right? And I officially got started and fully free by 19 years old. So over those almost 7 years, it's been like, oh man, and now I'm going through one of those phases again. I'm just keen again. I'm on it. I'm working out. I am fully reading again. And that's been happening over an extended period of time because I realized, analyzing what was it that was bringing me the quote unquote things I wanted in my life, the success of my life. And it was the intentions and the work I was putting into myself in the morning. I'm reading a book right now called The 5 a.m. Club. You heard of that? But you're a 5 a.m. club kind of guy already though, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm already working out by 5.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're like, see me, I'm like, I maybe just sometimes just go to sleep by 5, especially when I'm editing, right? I'm like, I'm late nights, but I'm open to the concept of waking up really early. And I've always told myself, hey, I'm creative. I get my creatives at 9 p.m. and I edit till 3 a.m. or I'll edit till 6 and the best videos come out that way. But what am I missing, from maybe waking up early? So I'm testing that right now and I'm trying that, always looking to improve myself. So back to the point, that's the second thing I think was the struggle, was becoming complacent. Those are, I would say, the two things as far as the marketing side. On the video side, it's also very relatable. Same thing, consistently watching all these amazing people's content on the internet. I'm like, how am I ever going to catch up? You know what I mean? Like, how am I ever going to create good content like them? Like, this is so good, dude. Like, I'm crying. I would often go on YouTube or Vimeo, especially, and I watch videos and I'll just cry from the beauty. And I go like, how the fuck am I going to do that? But same thing, it's the belief. And the more I'd watch, the more I'd learn, the more I'd produce, the more confident I would be. And then one day I go, you know what, dude, my content is sick and I know I could do that. I got this. This next video is gonna be the biggest. So I think the same things, man, in both. I don't know if there's one in video that might be different, if not even more so in video. It was just, I felt like I hopped late into the game. I felt like I was behind in a lot of ways, but when you're driven by passion, you're going to work a lot harder, longer, and deeper than a lot of other people doing it just for work.
Oh yeah, I'm stable. Oh